Hello, my YouTube world. This is Johnny Moe coming to you today. I know it's getting close out there. Everyone's probably out there messing around. I see some guys even mowing grass already on YouTube. Just to give you a little update, I appreciate some of the guys that text me, ask me where I've been, what's going on, and so just give you a little bit of update, what's going on with me. About 4 weeks ago, I got sick with like bronchitis, and so I went in to get some antibiotics and some steroids for myself. And when I went in, they just checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was about 150 over 100. So they sent me home with some antibiotics and some steroids. They thought maybe because I had an infection that was probably the reason why. So I had a fever for like 4 days. And then I finished the antibiotics, finished the steroids, still wasn't better. So that following Monday, I went back in and just explained to my doctor. I said, listen, still not feeling good, coughing. At this time now I'm coughing up blood because my lungs were from all the coughing, it affected my lungs. So I said I'm really short of breath. So he took my blood pressure, it was 160 over 110. So he gave me an EKG right there on the spot. I had to sit in there for like 2 hours waiting for blood pressure to come down. It didn't really come down much. So he put me on a blood pressure medicine, gave me some more antibiotics and some more steroids. So now I'm on like 4 different medicines here. I go home and he calls me up that night and he says, I want to do a chest x-ray on you and I want to do a CT scan of your lungs just to make sure everything was fine. And he's like, how do you feel? If you don't feel right, go to the emergency room. And I said, okay. And at that time, I really, he's like, why don't you come in tomorrow? I want to check your blood pressure again. So come in. I checked it that night. It was still elevated pretty good. But granted, I was sick. And, at this time, I haven't done anything for almost a week and a half. I actually laid down because I just couldn't do anything. If I would try to go out and work on some equipment, I'd just get short of breath and have to come right back in. I was just really sick, coughing up blood, and, just the whole nine. And so I went back next day. It was 160 over 110. And he was like, whoa, man, we got to get this down. And so I was back and he gave me another EKG. So I got 2 EKGs, and then I went over chest x-ray and CT scan. And thankfully, the CT scan showed, the heart wasn't enlarged. The lungs were scarred, and just from the damage of the excessive coughing and different things like that. And he said, hopefully that'll heal on its own. And, in the meantime, I've got steroids in me. I haven't moved. We're going on 2 weeks. I've gained about 20 pounds. I'm not kidding you. I didn't do anything. Just gained about 20 pounds just laying around. By the 3rd week, I had gained about 20 pounds and all the steroids. So, came back the next day after that, still had high blood pressure. So I went 3 days in a row to get my blood pressure checked. It was 160 over 110. He's like, so he puts me on another medicine. By this time, I'm on like 6 different medicines. And honestly, I don't know which was doing what. I was all jacked up. And, make a long story short, so it went on about 4 weeks. This is I'm coming up on my 4th week. I'm starting to lose a little bit of that weight that I gained. But I think that the weight, the sedentary lifestyle, plus I didn't do much this winter, sedentary lifestyle increased that blood pressure. And so I ended up after about 4 or 5 days and just getting people medicine after medicine. I said, time out, I'm going to go to a cardiologist. So I went to a cardiologist, had a echocardiogram of the heart, and got those test results. Those test results were pretty good, normal. Left ventricle was a little bit thick, meaning the blood pressure was probably affecting it. So after that, we want to go on a treadmill, but I couldn't run on a treadmill yet because my lungs wouldn't let me. So today was the first day I actually got out, and I actually went for a 35 minute walk. Felt pretty good. I'm on a lot of blood pressure medicine to get the blood pressure down. And so that's where I'm at right here. That's my journey. I got a treadmill test on Wednesday, just keeping you up to date what's going on with Johnny Moe. That's why I haven't been on here. And, guys, I want to take this time. I'm 42. This is my 20th year in this business. And if there's something that I can translate to you, I can give you a lot of knowledge about bidding lawns, about what equipment to buy and different aspects of business. But there's just one aspect of business I think that we really neglect, and I can honestly say that I've neglected, and that is my weight, my health of this business. Because you figure you're stressed out most of the time. I mean, if you got any kind of business and it rains a couple days, you're running around like a monkey with your head cut off. You know, you're just going around and trying to get all your work done, and the phone's ringing. You picked up more work, and right now, your phone will start ringing. And if you're not very good at scheduling, you'll pick up a lot of work that you can't possibly get done. You'll start ticking people off. You'll start getting frustrated. You'll start making these, you know, these big decisions about business at the beginning of the year that you can't possibly see through the forest. You know what I mean? You can't see past the trees. So you're like making all these decisions, and all of a sudden it all starts that wheel motion, and all of a sudden at the end of the year, like, man, why didn't I make any money? It starts right now. You know, I know everyone's excited. I went to an open house, and I didn't even stay long. That's how sick I was. You know, I stayed maybe an hour as opposed to 5 hours like I've done in the past. I just didn't stay long because it just didn't feel good. And so you have to get control of your business right away. You got to get control of stress. You got to get control of your health. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video is, and if you are people that pray and you believe in God and you believe Jesus can heal, you know, pray for me. You know, pray for, you know, that my testing goes well, just like I pray for other YouTubers out there. And I really appreciate those who've texted me, asked me how I was doing, asked how the tests were going. Some of those are a little bit closer to me on YouTube. But the truth of the matter is if I can tell you anything, is seriously, you know, make sure that you take care of yourself young. You know, another thing that the CT scan revealed is some spinal damage. And they said it probably won't affect you right now, but it will it will affect you down the road. And these are things that you don't perceive or see when you're 20 and maybe early 30s. Now, some of the things that, you know, you shouldn't, you know, watch, carrying really heavy stuff, or, you know, really bending your back and trying to rip a plant out, or jumping off the tailgate of the truck onto the ground. You may think, oh man, I can do that, or you know, getting on your knees on the cement. Make sure you have pads on. You think like, oh, Johnny, man, that's silly. Well, when you're 42 and, you know, your knees hurt, you know, I couldn't jump off a tailgate right now. My knees would just bam, clang. You got to figure that your bone, there's a little bit of cushion in there. The more you mess with that cushion, the flatter it gets, to the point where then there's nothing there. It's just bone on bone. Just some things that I've, you know, want to be transparent with you about, and, you know, making sure that your weight's in line, making sure your numbers, make sure your blood pressure's fine. You know, is what he told me. He was like, you know, you were 160 over 110. You know, say you decided it snowed, you go out there and you start shoveling snow like you normally would do. If you're at 160 at 110 sitting in a doctor's office, what in the world do you think you'd be doing if you're shoveling snow? He said that could be it. You know, you could blow your kidneys out, you can blow a brain bleed out, and, you know, I just want to encourage you to keep on top of your health. I mean, it's one of those things, after 20 years, I'm starting to be affected by a little bit. You know, I got a little bit of back pain, nothing that I can't handle. But, you know, the CT scan did show some disc damage. A couple of the vertebrae were damaged. And it's probably from me playing around and being silly. But take care of yourself. If you want to be in this for the long haul, take care of yourself, because you don't want to be 55 and falling apart. You know what I mean? 50 years old, you're just shot. You're falling apart. You know, you need new knees, you need new hips, your blood pressure's through the roof. You know, I was talking to a lot of the older businessmen lately, and, you know, like, just giving a list of their medications that they're on and all the operation they've had to have. I wish I would have done a little bit better job of taking care of myself. And I'm making those adjustments now. You know, we're definitely on a diet. You know I tried to lose weight last year, and I did a good job. I lost about 30 pounds last year. And then it just seemed like over the winter, I put on that 10 in the winter, and then that 20 with the steroids. It put me right back to wherever I lost. So it's just not where I wanted to be. And you know, I just feel like I failed in a lot of those areas, you know, especially coming into the winter. You know, I felt really good coming into the winter. I lost 30 pounds. You know, I was ready to take this winter and maybe make that 20-pound jump down, gained the 10, put the last 20 on the last month. And I can blame the steroids or I can blame the sedentary lifestyle. I couldn't move, but the fact of the matter is I've got all that weight back on. And so right now we're in the process, you know, living right, living clean, because I need to take care of those issues because I got 2 beautiful girls that need me around. But that's what I'm doing. I just sent my business letters out. You know, maybe I could give you a shot of my business letter. I send this out every year, and it has a list of my services right here. And I'll just read you what it says, just a standard letter. I said, wow, it's 70 degrees today in March. Before you know it, you will hear the sounds of lawnmowers filling the neighborhood. So I thought I would touch base with you concerning your lawn care for 2016. Looking forward to getting your property back in shape for the upcoming season. We're offering 12 monthly billing. This breaks the costs up of services to make them as affordable as possible. If you're interested, please contact our office and we will work up a quote. Below are a list of services we provide. The ones marked are the services we have scheduled for you. If it is not marked and you would like to be included, please call and schedule. We look forward to hearing from you. We would also like to inform you on any changes that have occurred in the pricing of your mowing services. In pricing, we try to be fair and competitive for the work we provide. The price for your mowing service is blank, and I fill in each account gets that little space filled in there. And then as spring draws close, maybe you've changed your mind about the services we provide. Please contact us before this date. Otherwise, you will see us as usual in the spring. In closing, we would like to thank you for your business, and if there are any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call us. You can reach us at our office at 724 blank, 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 blank. And so on the service, I offer spring cleanup, mowing, landscape maintenance, fall cleanup, snow removal, and lawn applications. And then I sign the letter, and I send it out, look professional letterhead, you know. And then if you're signed up on our treatment program, I send this letter out with that letter. And it's just an overall letter. Below is your laid out treatment program for the upcoming year of 2016. If it is not marked and you would like to be included, please call and schedule. We look forward to hearing from you. So I got spring treatment, early summer treatment, late treatment, fall treatment. I have preventative insect control. I have curative insect control, core aeration. And then I just put all of their treatment options there, and I let them know what the bill's going to be for the year. So those are all out. Got a few phone calls. Did a couple estimates today. Actually felt good to get out and get a little bit of sun. I did work out a little bit. I picked up 2 lawns today. I've lost a few lawns over the course, but you know, I picked up a couple really easy lawns. A little bit. I'm trying to downsize the size and scope of the lawns instead of cutting these huge big acres. And the only reason why is because when you pull up and you got a 2-hour stop, it was just getting to be a little rough, you know, on that mower for an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours cutting huge lawns. And last year we got a ton of rain in the beginning, and those lawns were just so out of control. It was so hard. You had to double and triple cut sometimes or bag, and the properties are so big. So it was just too tough. And this year, I think I'm just going to take it easy a little bit more. I'm going to get cleared by the doctor here. We're going to get on a healthy program, and just want to make the business as easy and as light as possible. So that's about it, guys. Leave your comments. You know, I appreciate any advice that you give. You know, you guys put some stuff down there in the comment section. Let me know what you do. You know, sending out letters and different things, just touching base with your customer base. I noticed when you send out letters, is pretty cool, is sometimes they'll see a service that they didn't even know that you provided, and they'll mark it and call you. And that's what's been going on. I've been getting a little upselling going on here a little bit too. Had some really good weather. A lot of rain. These lawns are just totally drenched. So, hey guys, that's my time. Appreciate talking to you. Try to get some more videos pumped out here. I'll give you an update of what's going on with the blood pressure and the heart and different things. Just appreciate you guys. God bless. Have a great, great, great week.